Hello, hello teacher and classmates. I am going to talk about how do we get information from the past and some other stories. I believe that we get information from the past from people who tell us the stories. For example, when they are passing through difficult time or when they are part of the history of your town or your country or maybe the world. Nowadays we use internet for finding out the information that we need from the past. And maybe a few years ago people used to read books and find information out on the libraries. But many years ago, I think that the information that we have now is because people used to talk and tell everybody their stories. Like when they are in some family reunions or they talk to your neighbors or something like that. You are telling the story and story and story, and then you realize that you are sharing some information, and that is the information that we have now on the internet. Mm, and a story from my country, I think would be the War of Cenepa. That was around one. It was in 1995, I guess, or 1994. I am not that sure, but it is a story that my mother used to tell us because she is from the borderline. She's from Huaquillas near Peru. So this war was about a territory conflict because Peru wanted to fight for more space and have more territory for their country, and we were not agree with that because that was our part of the territory. So my mother told us that my grandparents used to borrow soldiers and all the Ecuadorian army their home, their house, and they could stay there and they give them food and all that stuff. So that's a story from my country because it is really important to us, not only for my family but for all the country because it's now who we are. Hmm, a person who survived for a car accident would be my mom too, because as I told you before, she lived in the used to live in the borderline, and as you know, when it's an hour specific, I think it was 6 p.m. The borderline is closed. So she was getting late home and she speed up the car and she crashed. But it was a really strong crash. So she broke the front window and flied away. So she was disappeared like for 1 or 2 days, and then the police find out where she was, and she wasn't injured at all. She only had some broken arm, I guess, but nothing too serious. And my dad once um, fell from a canoe in the Amazon River while he was doing some research with Brazilian people. He was uh, shipping a canoe at the night, and as you know, there is no light, so in a in a specific time I don't really know well, he he fell. Not only he, I mean all the canoe fell, but they had to pass the night by near a tree, and they were all afraid because they heard a lot of animal sounds, and it was really dangerous to be out there in the dark at night alone with any weapon or anything to protect themselves. So I guess my parents are survivors, and so are we. I mean, my brothers and me, because not too far from now, I guess in December from last year, I was in a car accident too. I crashed myself alone. I was returning from the university to my house, and I am luckily alive because the car is damaged. I don't have car because it doesn't work anymore. So I am alive now, and I am truly grateful to God and to my angels. So that's what can I tell you about the stories. Thank you. Bye.